Hi guys, hope you are well. Hope you're having a good week. This isn't a Friday 5 in 5, this isn't a Friday. Um, I'm not altogether sure what this video is going to be about really, but I just wanted to put something out because I think I'm going to stop vlogging for a little while. I've had a rubbish week. My website decided to play up. I was trying to add some of my YouTube videos to my homepage, and the whole page decided to die and I couldn't recover it. So, and as I was putting that back together, I was just like, oh, not sure really whether it's worth the effort. I sent some prints off to the printers because I thought, you know what, I need to start printing some of my work. So I sent some prints off to the printers. Now and those of you who know me, you know that I don't have a lot of money. I don't have an income really. I care for my wife and who has MS, and so my income is limited, and 50 quid, which it cost me for the prints and the mount boards, might not seem a lot to a lot of you guys out there, but to me that's a sizable chunk of money. And I got them all back and they were dark. I mean, this is an example, just I printed it on art paper because I thought I'd be clever, and it's just not turned out very well. So 50 quid down the drain really, which has also, you know, annoyed me. I haven't been out vlogging at all since I went out with Jamie Overland about a week and a half ago. The weather's either been bad or just haven't had the opportunity. I don't have enough money to make it to the photography show. It's all culminated. It's all been a pretty rubbish week really, and I guess it's just made me wonder whether I want to vlog at the moment. But the main thing that sort of soured my week really is after Friday, last Friday's 5 in 5, where if you haven't seen it, I put out like a Vlogskers thing where I gave awards out to some of my fellow vloggers, and I'll be honest with you, I'll be completely honest with you, and I'm sure the other guys will understand, or hopefully understand. The main reason that I actually did that whole thing is that I've been thinking for quite a while that I want to really give some, not publicity, but give some, what's the word I'm looking for? Shine a light really on some of the sort of vloggers who go out there and work really hard and don't have a lot of viewers, and, you know, are just sort of your everyday guys who are, you know, maybe not the most amazing photographers in the world with the most amazing locations and the biggest budget and the best editing tools, but people who just are the essence of photography. So like Rob Alton basically is who I really wanted to say, look, go and watch this guy, because I got a lot of time for people like that, and so I added the other guys in. I mean, they're all worthy of stuff, you know. I've been wanting to sort of give some, you know, props. Is it props? Is that the cool word? To Adam Russell for a while, and you know, and Tim and Greg and Thomas Heaton. They're all, you know, good guys, and they all deserve to be, you know, deserve to be recognised for that, and I'm happy to do that. Anyway, so I did that, and then I got a message from a fellow vlogger, and I'm not gonna tell you who it is because I'm not that kind of guy, but I'll paraphrase it. I'm not gonna read it out verbatim, but I'll paraphrase it. Basically, it says, "Just watch your 5 in 5. I have to ask myself what you're doing. I like you, but this week, basically, you're kissing ass, and that's not what you told me you were about. I think your photography and street is far better than this talking tosh. I know people don't like my do more photography work and not that do more photography and work on that, not the classroom." And then he goes on to slag off one of the people that I gave some credit to. And then he said, if you were making money out of this, you'd not do it. If you made cakes, you'd not open a shop next to a baker. If you sold sandpits, you wouldn't set up shop next to a beach. I probably would if I sold sandpits, because you need the sand to put in a boat. Well, I'm just being honest. Yeah, so, and I was like, it's made me think, it's got me thinking, you know what, there's an awful lot of this about. There's an awful lot of this. People seem to be doing this vlogging now, just, I don't know what for, but no longer for the love of photography. It seems that every day I'm seeing Twitter posts and Facebook posts and Instagram posts, and they're all look at my picture and check out my latest vlog. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. I put things on Facebook and Flickr, you know, I put my images on and on Instagram, but it's the same ones going on time after time after time. Watch my vlog, watch my vlog, watch my vlog. You know, and this guy, he's the worst one, you know, spams every channel, you know, he's been kicked out of countless Facebook groups, and, you know, for spamming it. And it's all about, I mean, right, okay, so I countered back with that and said, you're out of order, yeah, and if you're telling me you do everything for yourself, because he's basically saying, I do it all for me, I do everything for me. I find that bit, actually, because I don't want to, I'm doing it all for me and always have. I live for me and me only. Why do people have to go on about other photographers? Okay, so this guy's got his own group where he goes out on meetups. So he's doing it all for himself. So if you go on his groups, you go on his group meetups, he's not doing it for you. He's doing it for him, because I even challenged him on it, and he's doing it for him because he likes to be around other people and spend time with other people. So he's not doing it, setting it up for you. So every time you watch a vlog of this guy's, you're thinking that he's doing it perhaps a little bit for you, which none of us do it 100% for other people, of course. But this guy's doing everything for himself. Everything that he's doing is self-promoting and doing it for himself. And I see that more and more and more at the moment. It's all over the place, you know. I watched a vlog the other day about it was called are we deceiving in landscape photography, or is landscape photography deceptive? And you'll know who that's by, so I don't need to tell you who that's by. And the points he made were all valid, you know. I don't agree with most of them. I think that, you know, he was making the point that if you have a landscape photography image and you clone it out too much, then you're deceiving your viewer, right? Which I completely disagree with, because all photography is art unless you're taking a record shot. And, you know, I don't know, every time you go out and do a long exposure, you're deceiving the viewer. Every time you tweak the colour, you're deceiving the viewer. But it's not for them to be deceived. It's for you to present. Anyway, right, all the way through this, yeah, he mentions my presets, my workshop, my talks, my this, my that. So that's deceiving the viewer. That's much more deceiving, because the whole thing was just basically a very, very subtle advert for his services. Here's a picture of me talking to people. Here's a picture of me with one of my prints. Here's a picture of me on a workshop. You know, it's, you know, here's a picture I've done with my Storm preset. That's all just, that's far more deceptive, far more deceitful than cloning out a rock, you know, in a landscape image. But it's not just him. I'm not just picking on him or the guy who sent me this message. It's all over the place. It's everywhere. Everybody's just lying, and not lying. No, that's the wrong word. People aren't just lying. Everybody's just self-promoting ahead of the art, ahead of the photography, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. It's like, I think to myself, you know, I've thought to myself, should I monetize my channel, or should I start selling prints, or should I even maybe consider to offer a workshop? You know, but the way that people are doing it on YouTube makes it feel dirty, for me anyway. It makes it feel dirty. It makes it feel like these people are no longer doing it for the love of photography. They're doing it purely for self-promotion, and it's just one great big lie. You know, the whole vlog is just a lie. It's just like this podcast, yeah. You know, this podcast that I recommended, the Photo Nerds. Okay, so I like Paul Johnson, and I hold my hands up, and I don't think that there's anything bad about anything that he does, right? But I've noticed that this podcast, one week they're talking about wedding photography, the next week they're talking about selling prints. It's all subtle, because Gary Goff and Adam, they sell prints and they do wedding photography. So I'll just drop that in every now and again. When I'm running my workshop, the first thing I show people, when I have a talk about how I do things, the first thing I tell people, when I'm teaching someone something, the first thing I tell people, when I'm doing wedding photography, I like to do this. When I'm doing wedding photography, I like to, it's sort of an advert. Everything's an advert nowadays. So anyway, with that in mind, I feel like I'm just going to take a break, I think. They're still going to go out and take pictures, or, you know, if you want to message me, and, you know, we can still, you know, anyone want to go out and whatever, you know, all the existing things that I've sort of organised with people, still going to go do that. But no, I'm just going to take a break for a bit, I think. I just think it's wrong. I just think it's just becoming the whole, like, I think a lot of people, when they started vlogging, it was for the love of photography, and I think now it's starting to be, how can I make money out of this? You know, how can I turn this into a career? And that's fine, I guess. That's fine if people want to do that. Everyone's got to have their own, you know, ambitions and what have you. But don't pretend you're still doing it for the love of photography, because you're not anymore. You know, you're just posting stuff everywhere and advertising things everywhere. And the whole aim of it is, like, I think a lot of people, there's a group of people who started this whole process wanting to make money out of it, and that's really apparent, and those people are really obvious. And then there's a lot, I think, have just lost their way. I think some of you guys out there, you've just lost your way. I think you've just put in the whole YouTube fame, not even its fame, but the whole YouTube fame and the popularity on social media and the potential that has for revenue streams ahead of just doing it because you love it now. And that's just, I don't think that's right. Anyway, so no 5 in 5 this week, I don't think. Well, I know. And no vlogs at the moment, because I haven't been filmed any. And when I get back to it, I will get back to it, hopefully. But I do appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch. You know, it's been great. It's been really good for, you know, good for me to know you guys, you know, watch my vlogs, and the interaction we've had and the friends I've made. It's been really cool. So yeah, I'll probably be back in a couple of weeks. I'll probably go over all this and sort myself out, but at the moment, just feel like it's a bit taking everything that's gone on and all the stuff that I just see every day, just taking the shine off it all, really. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. If you've got to the end of this, then, you know, well done. And I'll see you around.